First and foremost, I would like to greet our listeners at home. Without greeting by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You are what you take. What is the meaning? There are various ways by which you can take food or drugs inside the body.
No.
It could either be through swallowing,
No.
injection, sneezing or snorting,
No.
smoking, or rubbing on the skin.
No.
Whichever route, it will eventually get to the bloodstream
No.
and
No.
abstract on the target organs.
No.
There are things you take that are useful to the body, and there are some that are harmful or detrimental.
No.
Taking a well-balanced diet will nourish your body and keep you healthy, while taking hard drugs or illicit substances will lead to ill health.
No.
The greatest gift to man is the human body,
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
and diet plays a very important role in the daily life of every human being.
Sure.
There are many verses of the noble Quran which draws man's attention towards himself and which invite him to carefully study his body and soul and the nature of their mutual relationship.
No.
By doing so, one will firstly find in it strong evidence of the existence of Allah, and that Allah has not created mankind and all other things of this world without any purpose, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. Quran chapter 3 verse 191.
No.
Our Lord, you have not created all this without purpose.
No.
It is therefore necessary to ensure that the physical body is kept healthy, so that the soul and spirit may also remain healthy,
When?
thus in return aiding the believer in the service of both his spiritual and material attainment. Diet therefore plays an important role for this purpose. For this reason, Islam has prohibited certain foods due to their ill effects and permitted all other pure, good, and clean food products.
Allahu Akbar.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 172,
No.
O believers, eat of the good and pure, lawful, which we have provided you with, and be grateful to Allah if you truly worship Him.
No.
Muslims in general are advised to eat good and pure things and not to indulge in impure, bad, or harmful things.
Naam.
O people, eat of what is lawful and good on the earth, and do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Foods contain combinations of nutrients and other healthful substances. No single food can supply all nutrients in the amounts you need.
Naam.
For example, oranges provide vitamin C, but no vitamin B12.
No.
Cheese provides vitamin B12, but no vitamin C.
Abẹ́rẹ́ nǹkan.
To make sure you get all the nutrients and other substances needed for health, you have to choose from the 5 major food groups. That is the grains, vegetables, fruits, protein, and dairy products.
Naam.
Wonderful.
Quran chapter 6 verse 99 says, "It is He who sends down rain from the sky, and with it we bring forth vegetation of all kinds. And out of it we bring forth thick clustered grain. And out of the date palm and its sweat come clusters of dates hanging low and near, and gardens of grapes, olives, and pomegranates, each similar yet different in variety and taste. Look at their fruit, which then begin to bear and ripen thereof." So the food groups are as follows.
No.
We have the vegetables. The vegetables are rich in vitamins and minerals and low in calories, making them a great choice for a healthy diet.
No.
Vegetables are also high in fiber.
No.
And so you make half of your plate fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are bright and colorful and make any plate more appetizing. Another food group is fruits. Fruits are a great source of potassium, fiber, vitamin C, and folate. So make half of your plate fruits and vegetables. You choose whole fruits over fruit juice. And when you have to choose fruit juice, you choose 100% juice to avoid added sugar. Then another group is whole grains. Foods in the grain group include maize, beans, cereals. So make half of your food grains, whole grains, instead of the processed one. Whole grain contain fibers, which may help reduce blood cholesterol levels and lower the risk of heart disease. Fiber also helps to help you full with fewer calories, and it is important for bowel function.
Yeah.
Another food group is protein, and this includes meat, fish, seafoods, poultry, eggs, beans, peas, nuts, seeds, and processed soy products. Nuts, peas, and beans are great source of fiber, and seafood is a great source of omega-3 fatty foods. Another group is dairy products, and that comes from milk, cheese, and yogurt. This one contains calcium fortified beverages. You choose low fat and fat free dairy products. Dairy products are rich in calcium and fortified with vitamin D, which are important for bone health, especially in children. So you look for food that have fewer fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Then you have fiber. Fiber helps in the digestion process. It improves your bowel function. You should avoid too much sugar, because maintaining a nutritious diet and a healthy weight is very important. So sugar should be limited in moderacy. You avoid too much salt too. Islam, being a complete religion, also teaches and advises the believer as to the best method of eating. The believers are advised to be moderate in every aspect of life. Direct reference has been made in the Holy Noble Quran regarding moderation in eating and drinking. And eat and drink, but waste not in extravagance. Certainly, Allah likes not those who are extravagant. Those are the useful substances. Now, let's go to the harmful substances that people take. Those ones I've mentioned earlier, they are beneficial to the body and they give you healthy. The youth of today are facing an ever-increasing number of dilemmas. One of these is drug abuse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Holy Quran, "O you who believe, intoxicants and gambling, dedication of stones and divination by arrows are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Avoid that you may prosper." Allah Ta'ala subhanahu wa ta'ala has described intoxicants, among other things, have been appalling, despicable, and hateful acts of Satan, and he has commanded us to abstain from them.
Subhanallah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thereafter says in the next verse, Satan's plan is to sow hatred and enmity among you with intoxicants and gambling, and to hamper you from the remembrance of Allah and from prayer. Will you not give up? That is Quran chapter 5 verse 91. This ayah tells us how it is detestable act of Satan, because intoxicant, apart from sowing the seed of enmity, also stop you from the sole purpose of having been sent to the world, namely the remembrance of Allah. Bear in mind that when in terms intoxicant is used, it also encompasses narcotics and also other illicit drugs, because they are among those other things that result in the loss of self-control. In another hadith, the Prophet has described intoxicant as the key to all evils, the head of all errors and lapses,
Subhanallah.
the most terrible of major sins, the mother of all atrocities, and the mother of all evils. So the commonly abused substances in our society includes the stimulants. Most youth take stimulants, they want to stay awake. These are substances that directly act and stimulate the central nervous system. Users at the initial stage experience pleasant effects such as energy increase. The major source of this comes from energy drinks that most people take. Most of these energy drinks, they contain the beverage, they contain caffeine in combination with other ingredients such as saccharin, ghrelin, vitamin B12, and claims to provide its consumers with extra energy. But there's limited evidence that consumption of energy drinks can significantly improve physical and mental performance, driving ability when tired, and decrease mental fatigue during long periods of concentration. There's limited evidence concerning it. Unfortunately, the body of literature is limited, and it is not known whether these improvements are due to the caffeine, other herbal ingredients, or as a result of the combination of the ingredients found in the beverage. Adolescents should limit caffeine consumption or intake greater than 100 mg per day, has been associated with elevated blood pressure, that is hypertension. Based on these findings, consumption of energy drinks by pregnant women or Muslim mother, adolescents, or children are not recommended. Consumption of a single energy beverage may not lead to excessive caffeine intake, but when you take more than 2, 3, 4 bottles, it can lead to increased caffeine intake.
Yeah.
Furthermore, too much of anything can potentially be dangerous, so moderation is recommended when consuming energy drink. Another stimulant is cocaine, amphetamine. You have methamphetamine. There's another one they call ecstasy. It comes in different names. Nicotine is found in cigarettes and tobacco. So, and most of these things, they are swallows. Some are sniffed or snorted, some are smoked, some are injected, and there are so many health risks associated with this. You could have weight loss, insomnia, cardiac or cardiovascular complications from it. You get stroke, euphoria. Then you have other groups like narcotics. Narcotics ordinarily is used for pain, moderate to severe pains, but people still abuse it. And narcotics, they include heroin, opioids, and morphine. Most of it they are abused, especially tramadol, fentanyl, morphine. What are the health risks? We have euphoria, drowsiness, impaired coordination, dizziness, confusion, nausea, sedation, feeling of heaviness in the body. Then, because some of these things are injected, they share needles, so you could transmit infection like hepatitis, HIV.
That's terrible.
Then there could be addiction to all these drugs. Among the commonly abused drugs is also marijuana. That is Igbo with this, that is Igbo.
Marijuana.
Yes, hashish. The essence of this is euphoria, relaxation, slowed reaction time, distorted sensory perception. You also have alcohol. Alcohol too is being abused. So alcohol, it comes in different grades. Now they have small sachets that they sell, so people abuse it. They can even mix it with herbs. They call it, they tell you they are treating malaria, they are treating jedi. They are just drinking alcohol. Then there are dissociative drugs too. We have ketamine. We have one that's dextromorphine. That one is contained in most of this cough syrup. Most people, they abuse cough syrup. When you use cough syrup and use just 10 ml 3 times daily, it's okay. But when you have to take a whole bottle of cough syrup, and the reason why they abuse this is that it contains some dextromethorphan, and it is drug of abuse. So when it is taken in large quantity, it can lead to euphoria, it can lead to addiction. So abuse of cough syrup is also one of the factors. Then we have club drugs. Club drugs include MDMA, flunitrazepam, that is rofinol. Rofinol is usually used to rape some girls when they put it in their drink, so they can do anything with them without them knowing. And the effect of this rofinol, you have sedation, muscle relaxation, confusion, memory loss, dizziness, impaired coordination.
Wow.
You have some that are hallucinogens. You have LSD, you have mescaline. So, and what are the effects of this one? It leads to increased body temperature, increased heart rate, body pressure, increase in body pressure, hypertension. You have loss of appetite, sweating, sleepiness. And of course, under it we still have some anabolic steroids. Most of these are being used by the athletes. They used to rub it on their body just to improve and to enhance their performance. So they include anabolic steroids, and some are injected, some are swallowed, some are applied to the skin. So you have some street name for them. You have testosterone, you have anadrol, you have osandin, many of them. What are the health risks of these anabolic steroids? You have hypertension, blood clotting and cholesterol changes. You have liver cyst, hostility, aggression, acne. In adolescence, you have premature stoppage of growth in males, prostate cancer, reduced sperm production, shrunken testicles. Then there are some that also abuse inhalants. This one they inhale is through the nose and the mouth. Like they can inhale gasoline, glues, gases. Some even inhale something coming from the septic tank. It makes them high, it gives them euphoria. So what are the reasons for this drug abuse? They want to experimental curiosity. Adolescent peer group, lack of parental supervision.
Parental supervision.
Yeah. Then personality problem. Some people don't have confidence in themselves. They want to be high, so they take this drug.
Inferior complex.
Then the need for high energy to work for long hours. They want to stay awake, so they start gradually and eventually they become addicted to us.
Want to read for the whole 24 hours.
Then of course availability of the drugs. The drugs is available anywhere. You can just get to anywhere and get the drugs. Any shop, especially this tramadol, they abuse it just. They just take it anyhow, and it should be drug of prescription. Then what are the signs and symptoms of this drug abuse? When you see drug abuse, you have signs of drug abuse, signs of drug use and drug paraphernalia. You have possession of drug-related paraphernalia such as pipes, rolling paper. When you see people rolling papers, small decongestion, possession of drugs peculiar to plant or bulbs. Then odor of the drugs, smell or incense. Then identification with drug culture. You see them putting on labels of that, okay, they support drug culture. Then drug-related magazines, slogan or clothing. Then you have hostility. They are hostile when they are discussing about drugs. Then sign of physical deterioration. You have memory lapses, short attention span, difficulty in concentration, poor physical coordination. Then bloodshot eyes, dilated pupils. Then you have changes in behavior, the downward performance in school or place of work, increased absenteeism. Then you have chronic dishonesty, lying, cheating, stealing.
Lying.
Change of friends, evasiveness. You want to talk to them, they don't want to talk to you.
No.
Then reduced motivation, self-discipline and self-esteem. And what are the consequences of drug abuse? You have economic consequences, you have the social consequences, you have medical consequences. So what are the economic consequences? There's impact on productivity, there's reduced productivity. There's impact on the environment too, because the environment impact of illicit is largely as a result of outdoor cannabis cultivation. Now of course medical, you have spreading of infection like HIV, hepatitis, because of the share needles. Most of these drug addicts, the share needles. Mental health, most of them end up in psychiatric hospital. Then the social impact, the peers, it starts to get on the family. Most of the family expended on these people. Then you have delinquency, juvenile delinquency. Then
go on, ma.
Then the recommendation against all
recommendation.
this. Yeah. Preventive drug abuse curriculum should be added to the school curriculum right from the primary to the tertiary level. Then establishment of counseling center in each ward or community. Qualified health personnel should be employed to help drug addicts and those dependent on drugs by giving them counsel on how to go about the withdrawal.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the source through which this drug is got should be reduced by banning all those who sell drugs at motor parks. Government should create jobs for the teeming unemployed youth to prevent them from the temptation of abusing drug. Then the media house like Parrot should also help. It has a role to play in sensitizing the community about the danger of drug abuse. The non-governmental organization, religious bodies and the community and government should collaborate in the campaign against drug abuse. Drug addicts should be produced with necessary counseling services and social rehabilitation to enable them quit the ugly habits. Then greater availability of good educational materials, leadership opportunity for youth are necessary to keep youth happily busy. This will help a lot towards solving the drug abuse. In conclusion, alcohol it is necessary to abstain from alcohol and drug abuse. They ruin people's life physically, mentally, morally and spiritually. If anything is involved in drugs, they should be stopped immediately and seek help. May Allah help and protect us all.
Amen. Amen. Jazakumullahu khairan, man. I've really gained a lot from this lecture. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa fi ìmọ̀ kún ìmọ̀ yín mọ́.
Àmín o, àmín. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni mà. Mo dẹ̀ lérò pé ẹ̀yin aráalé ẹ ti mọ kọ́ nǹkan kan tàbí méjì nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí màmá wa ti bá wa sọ. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ṣe lílò rẹ̀ ní ìrọ̀rùn.
Àmín, àmín. Láti pè sí orí ètò ní ẹ̀kan sí fún ìbéèrè, ẹ pè sí orí nọ́mbà 09055355595 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 09055355559.
Now, as we await our callers, ma, I have a question. You know, we have many students here. So, is there a natural way to make us stay awake without using stimulants, ma?
Of course, they are natural. When you prepare ahead, it's not when the exam is coming that you start preparing. not when the exam is coming. Once you prepare ahead, you don't need to stay awake for so long. You don't need to. If you have to take something, just take water, prepare well. When you feel like sleeping, go and sleep. Then you wake up and read your book. So once you prepare ahead, you don't need to take any stimulant.
Okay, ma. Okay. Now, and I was wondering, people say diabetes that probably is too much intake of granular sugar. Is it actually sugar or carbohydrate? Because I think it's carbohydrate that burn down to sugar and glucose. So which one really causes diabetes? Is it too much sugar or too much of the carbohydrate, ma?
Once your pancreas is working well, there's no problem.
Okay.
But if the pancreas is compromised, that is when you have problem. And it's carbohydrate, whichever type you take, will eventually come down to sugar. So after digestion, it goes to glucose, then you have sugar. So it's not really the refined sugar, carbohydrates. So it's not the one that causes diabetes, but it can aggravate it once you have diabetes. So you should not take too much of carbohydrates.
Okay, we missed that call. Now, listeners at home, to call us on the show, you can call us on 09055355559. Once again, 09055355559. Now, ma, as students, do you have any idea of the type of foods we can take? Like, okay, for example, I can take gari in the morning, I can take mineral in the afternoon, take bread in the night. Is it good like that? Just because I am busy studying, do you have an idea of the diet I can follow?
It's not a balanced diet.
Yes,
as I told you earlier, you have 5 food groups. You should select from those each. You have vegetables, you have grains, you have fruits,
fibers.
you have the grains, then you have the dairy, you have protein. So you should select from each of those groups. And vegetables and fruits, they are at least make it 50% of your food. Then the other pick. So you should pick. The fact that you are preparing for exam does not mean you should drink garri. You should just take. So when you are preparing for your exam, you can be cooking and be reading. You know, you can. I mean, you are not going to use charcoal. You are not going to use coal pot. So you can simply. I mean, once you wake up, just try and put something. You can cook rice and beans, then put vegetables. And when you are going to class, the good snacks, you can take apple along. You can take banana. So just pick from all those 5 groups. 5 groups of food. That's what will make it a balanced diet, not just carbohydrate.
Okay. Now, listeners at home, you can call us on 090. Assalamualaikum. Okay, you can call us on 09055355559. Once again, 09055355559.